my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to flip through this beautiful journal that I just finished working on, and it is from this paper pack, which is from Hobby Lobby. And it also, I bought these at separate times. I had bought this, and then I saw they had one of these kits. And I just love the colors, the teals and the pinks of this paper pack. So I wanted to make a journal. Actually, I'm going to make a couple. Well, I'll get into that in a second. So I have it in this beautiful mesh bag for the recipient. And the bulb pin will attach here to the bow. And it's just a couple of tags that can be used in, or journaling cards that can be used in the journal. I just liked the presentation of those on the front so the recipient can immediately see what the journal theme and colors and everything else looks like. The bag is a great place to store items, so I wouldn't expect the person every time they are done with the journal, put it in the bag, tie it in a bow, and place that pin on it. But the bag makes a great place to then store some items they want to put in the journal, like these items that I've added to the front of the journal with a bulb pin again, and something else that can be used in the journal is the bulb pin. And I make these, well, I don't make them, I put them together, and I just keep a little drawer in one of my organizers. I have these small little bags. I just decorate it with some little heart cutouts that I have, and I just cut up some bling and put it in there. And I like to include those with my journals to give the person just a little bit of extra to add if they want to. And let's go to this one next. It's just some sample washi tape as well that they can use inside their journal to decorate it and so forth. And then I love this pocket full of gems here. It's so cute. And it is just a little pocket of some different things. I have several faith stickers that they can add into their journal if they choose. They can stick it on their phone, on their tablet, on their computer, wherever. And then they're all flying all over the place. Oh, look, that feather was flying around. No, I'm kidding. Bad joke, I don't know. Just a couple little extra stickers that I thought went with the theme. And then I went in, because you can also use these journals. I will do a video and I will have samples of ways that I have used the journals. I do a lot of memory keeping. You can make them a planner. So I did add a couple of different little planner stickers to get them started. Just some different things to help them decorate their journal. If they don't want to decorate the journal and they just simply want it to be journaling, that's fine too. They've got a nice little care pack there that they can use elsewhere in something else that they are working on. So I have this beautiful ruffle, and this is from one of the Five Below shindy rugs that I had taken apart, and just loved the way those material colors matched with the theme. And I have a My Happy Place, and this is a pink feather, and I actually had that feather in one of my little dishes for a long time, just sitting there waiting for the perfect journal to use it in, and here we go. Of course, I overstuff everything, and as you can see, it's already kind of getting a little bit full, and I don't have a lot of pockets in here or tags or anything. I don't know why I always try to go with just a fold in half for a single signature, because I always max out my journals. I can't help it. It's what I do. I originally had the closure over here, and that just wasn't working. I had to extend it to open it a little bit just so extra things could be added. It is held closed with magnets, and you can hear they're good, strong, sturdy magnets. So you could put some more items in here and it still will close and hold tight. So inside the journal on the first page, this is a flip down. You would go in, flip it down, and you could put journaling in this space here, and it's a little hidden. And then behind it, I made a belly band and just a tag with rounded corners, and just a collage of some scrap plain, well, not plain, but neutral colored papers. You don't have to follow the lines when writing. You can just, just write, or you can make it fun and write a little bit here, write a little bit here, make a list here, right here. You could do whatever. But I tried to make everything, actually this was a pre-made tag that I had in my stash, but I tried to pull things that were flat because I was already overloading the journal with the ruffles. And just a little border strip sticker with some white flowers on it. Over here, we have a little pocket with some goodies in it. These are just punches of wallpaper samples, and they're really like glossy and soft, but you can journal on the back, and you could journal on the front with a more permanent type marker, or you can use them for layering. I love using things to layer up. So what I mean by that is like here, how you have the multiple layers there. And just, this is from the kit. And what I did on this is just a standard white piece of journaling paper. And I used candle wax to make it see-through like vellum. And I love this effect on the paper. I love transporting it. I'm not transporting it anywhere. Changing it. I don't even know what I was going to say. Anyway, to this see-through vellum. It does not feel waxy. It just feels like a thicker vellum. And it's just a lovely addition to any journal aside from, just your plain standard papers. This is the center of the signature. And I just left the binding strings longer so that I could add some hearts to it. And then you can use these hearts as bookmarks to different places in the journal. This is newsprint paper. So if you know what newspaper feels like, that's what this is. And I like just the different textures of papers and different styles of papers. This is from the paper pad. This is a thicker cardstock, and then with some ribbon. And because I was using the thicker cardstock paper in the journal, it did add extra bulk. And if I had planned that before making the cover, and I'll get to the cover and what I made it out of, I probably would have had a bigger spine. But here we are. It's still a beautiful, lovely journal, and I am so excited for the recipient to start using it. This is from Food Dye Coloring. And this is another one of those pieces of material from the Shindy rug. And I just love it. I just thought that with those different colors just went so lovely with this and the different colors. And then this is just some seam biting on the edge because I wanted to make sure that you could see the difference in the two pieces of paper to know that this was a multi-pocket pocket. And I just have this beautiful little flower in it, and you can journal on the back. Again, you can use this anywhere in the journal. It doesn't have to sit in that pocket. Same with all of this. You can put this anywhere. This, because it's flat, you could actually use this as a bookmark. You can have it in here and have it sticking out. You can use it in a book that you're reading, in a school book, in a notepad, your Bible, whatever. Or you can just leave it in here as a tag. And some more of the ribbon on the edge. This, I love this. This is like one of those legal sized. In fact, I think it's 8.5 by 14. And it's a rose colored legal pad paper. And I am almost out. And I'm very sad about that because it's beautiful. And another food coloring dyed piece of paper. And another. These are all from the kit. So again, you wouldn't normally use a lot of the thicker cardstock in the journal, and when you do, you just have to be expectant that it's going to make the journal a little bit thicker. This is just another piece of parchment type paper that I added, in that pocket. There's the center with the hearts that you can use, or you can just let them hang down as well if you want to. And now we're back to the other side, so I don't need to explain specifically the papers and such. I added this at the end, completely flat, without any dimensional embellishments. And same for this, it was a pre-made tag that I have in my stash. And this is just a little jar you can journal on. You could cut out the center of this and then put a flower sticker behind it or a sentiment behind it, and then use it on a page. And I just have happiness, wonder, and hope. And then the shindy rug and the ribbon throughout, or the lace throughout the journal. This is just a belly band, and this is a piece of paper from the kit that I just wanted to add more journaling, because, you know, who doesn't want more journaling? So I love this effect. I like just sticking it in the belly band, tucking it away, and you have a bunch of journaling. So we're at the back of the journal. And one more piece to make the journal even more exquisite is this huge pocket. I love this huge pocket. Now, the pocket has solid cardstock, and then solid cardstock on the inside as well. So this is a very sturdy pocket. Sturdy. Look, I'm not even going to listen to this. I'm just posting it. Ridiculous words and whatever I'm saying here. But anyway, I kind of, the Velcro dots are white and clear, but through the lace you saw that circle. So I just added a couple of little bling blings to hide that, to keep that pocket closed. Not that it needed to be closed because it is inside the main closure, but as you're journaling, oh, okay, I need to glue that down. But as you're journaling, you probably want to keep that closed so things don't fall out. You could stick this stuff in that pocket if you so choose to. So as for the cover, this is a bag. This is just a gift bag. You can barely see the turquoisey coloring underneath. Whoops, there we go. And that's where the pocket comes from. It's just the end of the bag. I cut off the bottom of the bag. So the top is over here, which I completely sealed. And that, no, that's a lie. It's backwards. This is the bottom of the bag that I cut out and used as the closure. This is the top. I took the handles off and used it as the pocket. And I just saw, I want to say Crafty by Tony just do this. And I will write it down and try to remember to link that video from Crafty by Tony and how she used the bottom as a closure on a paper bag. I had my sample here somewhere, but I don't see it easily. So I just want to thank you for joining me today and checking out the flip through of my newest journal. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a blessed day. See you in my next video. Bye.